Hi Dollar Divas, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm super excited because I am going to be doing a full face of makeup from Shein. I recently posted a haul where I hauled all this makeup and today we're going to finally try it out. So I really made it a point to try to find things that were as close to $1 as I could. Some things were less, some things were more, but I think if my math is correct, this full face of makeup will cost you less than $13. So if you're a returning Dollar Diva, thank you so much for coming on back for another video. And if you are new to my channel, my name is Jessica and I love to do a lot of dollar store and Dollar Tree oriented makeup and shopping content. So if that is your thing, you're definitely in the right place. Of course, Shein makeup they've got so many super affordable products. I'm always about trying a new brand that is not just affordable, but like a bargain brand. So I'm all about trying the bargain brands and seeing what they have to offer. And yeah, without any further chit chat, let's just go ahead and get into today's video. So I'm gonna start with their eyebrow pencil. This is the Minshzee eyebrow pencil. So this is the packaging. So there's a spoolie on one end and then the eyebrow pencil on the other, and it is kind of tapered, you know? So we'll see what kind of results we can get. See, it's got kind of that little like, it's kind of triangular. I think the color's gonna be really nice. I think I got dark brown. And of course, I will go through all my thoughts like in depth at the end of the video. But so far, I really like it. I love the shade. I love that it's not too dark, and I love that it's not too warm. It's got a little bit of tug to it, but it does go on very like nice and smooth. And I always love when there's a spoolie attached. The pencil seems to be strong. Like sometimes a small, like little thin pencil will break. This doesn't seem to be doing that so far. So far, so good. I really, really like it. Like I said, so far I love everything about it. I love even like the square shaped like container is really nice. Love the spoolie. Love the color, love the texture. I am definitely a fan. So now I got a foundation and a concealer. The concealer I got, I think a touch too dark for my skin. But my foundation, I think, is gonna be a little bit light. So we're gonna make these products work. I'm gonna go in, and this seems to be like super duper full coverage. It says coverage foundation. And when I swatched it in the haul, it looked like something that is going to give really good coverage. So I'm going to actually clean up my brows with this. This is the Julystar Professional Makeup. This is the Soft Matte Longwear Liquid Foundation. And like I said, I'm going to use this to clean up my brows. I'm just going to take like a flat brush. And then I'm going to probably use a little bit of the, probably put a little bit in the concealer when I go to like actually conceal under my eyes. And just try to get the color balanced out a little bit. Like I said, this might actually be a little bit, see, that's a lot lighter than my skin. So that was the hardest thing, was trying to find the right shades of like these types of products. So at least I got one of each, so I can kind of maybe between the two of them get some shades that will work for me. There we go, so far so good. So I'm gonna set that aside. We're gonna use that a little bit later along with the concealer. So yeah, that did a nice job. And my face is a little red. My vocal cords have been a little dry lately, so I steamed my voice. And so when I just did it, I get like really kind of red because I do have a show tonight. Okay, so I just primed my eyelids. I did not buy an eyeshadow primer from them, so I just used my LA Colors eye primer. So I do have a little eyeshadow palette, and I'm super excited about some of the colors in here. I did swatch everything. Everything seemed to swatch really nice. This is the Dikalu 9-pan eyeshadow palette. Don't know the shape, like colors or anything, or the color story, but it's kind of like these mauves and purples, and then it's got like shimmer and like a glitter. So you know us. We're gonna try everything we can in this palette. Okay, so I think the first shade I'm gonna go into is I'm gonna go into like that kind of light shade right there, and kind of put that all over my lid, or at least up to my crease. Just get kind of a base laid down. I'm gonna bring it up even kind of just above the brow bone. I just kind of wanted to lay something down like a base and now build it up from there. I'm gonna go into like this pink shade right here, and I'll try to use as many shades as I can. Let's see if this does anything. A little bit. It's just like a very soft, soft, soft pink. But I'm definitely gonna deepen it up a bit more. So I'm gonna go into this shade here. It's kind of like a shimmery, kind of like almost like a plum shade. I'm gonna use that same brush. I'm just gonna kind of see how it does. It's swatched pretty dark, so I think this is what I'm gonna use to kind of smoke out my eye. Going on okay. I think I'm gonna use a different brush and spray it, like a more compact brush. Let me just do what I did on the other side. Okay, my brush is slightly damp. I'm just gonna use a little bit more of a compact brush. And I might actually go into this dark, this kind of brown shade here real quick first. And the swatch is the other one swatched kind of darker, but... Oh, there we go, that's doing some. So I'm gonna do this first, then try to go back into that other one. So far, I'm kind of feeling like they swatched better than they're going on the eye. Oh, I'm making a mess. That is okay though. That is why I do my eyes first, y'all. I'm gonna use that other brush and just kind of blend it a bit. There we go, it is actually going on, about as dark as the swatch. So now I'm gonna go back into that other shade we tried going into. They have a little bit more fallout, but I think I'm going with a little bit of a heavy hand to get a little bit more pigmentation that I'm wanting. Okay, so there we go. We got a little bit of a kind of a matte base laid down, and I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. And I think that's about as pigmented as we're gonna be able to get. But that's really fine. I don't really have too much of a problem with that, given the color story, you know what I mean? So now we're gonna go into some shimmers. This here, so this one up here is kind of like one of those like cream type eyeshadow products. So I think I'm just gonna kind of go in with my finger. Y'all. That is good. That is good. Of course, I'm gonna blend. I'll blend the outer part out, but that goes on just really, really nice with your finger. So I'm just gonna take my brush, just kind of blur that line. That is really, really gorgeous. Loving that. I think I'm gonna go back into that pink shade right there. I'm gonna buff a little bit of that up into the crease. I'm just doing this to kind of soften that line where the darker color was. So far, so good. Not perfect, but really overall liking the eye look. And again, I'll give all my opinions at the end of the video. So I'm gonna move on. We're gonna come back to the eyes, of course, and do an inner corner highlight. I really wanna use that glitter, all that good stuff. So we will definitely be coming back to this, but we're gonna move on to lashes, liner, all that good stuff. So I did buy a mascara that I'm very eager to try. This looks like a dupe for the Maybelline Falsies mascara, which I haven't used in years, but you can tell by the packaging. It's kind of a dupe for that. This is from the CmaaDU, or CmaaDU, maybe it's an E, maybe an E, I don't know. Beauty. This is the Lengthening mascara. And so I do have eyelashes, but I am gonna try the mascara. Okay, the brush, I mean, this really feels like a drugstore mascara. The brush really does feel like it's separating and lengthening. Yeah, the formula is really pretty good. This is definitely better than your average mascara from the Dollar Tree. And I'm definitely gonna apply 2 coats just to see. Okay, really pretty good. I think I still like the Be Pure Hydrating Mascara better, but this is definitely better than most things from the Dollar Tree, for sure. Now, I didn't buy like a liquid liner from there, but I just bought a pencil liner, and this is what I'm gonna use to line my eyes. So I am gonna do like a little bit of a wing as well as like my waterline. I got the Lengthening gel eyeliner, and when I swatched this, it seemed to not be as good as Ioni, but we will see. So it is like a retractable pencil, and we will go in and kind of see how it does. I'm gonna first try it like on my lid. I don't really do this very often with pencil, but it's really going on very nice, very pigmented, very smooth. Yeah, really very nice. The waterline will be the ultimate test for sure. Okay, so we got a little bit of like a wing effect, and I will come back and do the waterline after when we come back to finish the eyes. But so far, so good. So now I've got some lashes to try. I think these are the cat eye style, and I think this was about $5. I think it worked out to where each pair was about $1 a piece. They're soft. They do look like they have a kind of a thick band, but they look really soft and really not too plasticky, but I do think I'm gonna have to trim these. Yeah, like I said, the band is a little bit on the thicker side. And yeah, definitely gonna, oh, I don't know. I may not trim them. I'm just gonna kind of sitting on my eye. I'm gonna try to not trim them. This is probably like against my better judgment. I changed my mind. I'm gonna do just a little bit off the end. And I didn't trim very much off. I just really did just the tiniest little bit. You do what you need or not. And I did not buy a glue, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use the LA Colors lash glue. So I'm gonna wait for the glue to dry, pop these lashes on, and if you are looking for a lash tutorial, I will have the recent one that I did linked down below, but I'm gonna pop these on off camera and I will be right back. Okay, my lashes are on. I don't know if they're super even. They're still kind of drying, but they're nice. They're different. They're kind of a different style than like I've really ever worn before. Like there's not a ton of lash in the front, but it's kind of really does have a cat eye effect. I really am glad that I trimmed them. Really weren't too hard to get on, like really not bad at all. And I feel like to be as dramatic as they look, they're still very not super dramatic. Like they're dramatic, but not the craziest I've ever worn. So far so good. So I'm gonna move on to the face, then we're gonna finish the eyes, then finish with the lips. So I'm gonna move on to foundation for right now. And we're gonna go ahead and dig into the foundation. I do feel like it's gonna be a little bit light for me, so I'm gonna squirt some onto I have a damp beauty blender here, and I do know this is gonna be pretty full coverage. So I'm just gonna kinda start putting it on, and I can always darken it up with some concealer, and I have a contour kit that I'm gonna use for my bronzer, some contouring, highlight, and then I do have a blush. Oh, that's not too light. Oh, that's not too bad at all. The coverage is really good, but if you go with a light hand, it's not too crazy, and then I'm sure you can build this up to be super duper like full coverage, because man, I put a lot on my hand. I put I put a little drop, but it ended up being like a lot on my hand when I swatched this in the haul, in my like unboxing. And so yeah, it does go on very nice. Like if you're looking for something that's like super, like that's really nice. I thought it would look a little bit cakey, but it does not. Sometimes anything like really full coverage to me sounds so scary, but I know that's what some people need, you know. Really like it. Like I said, the color's really not that bad. I don't know what color I ended up getting. It's 04, I guess, but I love the packaging, love the coverage. Yeah, so far so good. So now I'm gonna use the concealer, but I might have to lighten it with some foundation. So you can kind of see how dark it is, and that's on my hand. So I'm a little bit nervous for like under my eyes. So I'm gonna put a little bit under my eyes. I don't know, maybe we'll go with it, because I have like a really like a kind of a light powder as well. I don't know. I have a half, oh, and the concealer, yeah, we already, this is from Fit Colors. This is the high definition concealer. I did not use it to clean up my brows because I used my foundation instead, but it just comes in this little tube. Again, it's the it says has a number 4 on the back. I don't know if that's like Inspector or the shade. I have no idea. Okay, so I'm gonna blend it here with my beauty blender. Actually, I might do it under my eyes too. Little dark, you know, for my liking with my concealer, but I can always put it on, and then, you know, you can actually sometimes put your concealer on under your eyes first before you put your foundation. Like that's generally what you're supposed to do with like color correctors, put it under your foundation. So let me go ahead now and go back with a little bit more foundation and just lighten it up, but the coverage will still be there. There is more. So yeah, there we go. The coverage of that is really, I think, very good. I feel like it might be a little bit better coverage than like the Be Pure Hydrating. I'm gonna put a little bit up on. Very nice. I think the result is very good, and even though it seemed like the colors were a little less than ideal, I think they're just fine. And I like the packaging. I like the packaging of both of these. So far, so good. So now I do have a loose powder. And so I got this. This is the Cappuvini Fluffy Mist Loose Powder. This is in light. Looks very high end. It does come with a puff. And I might use it. I just might use it. So it's, you know, it's just your traditional kind of loose powder. It seemed to be very, I'm gonna put it in the cap. It seemed to be very smooth and velvety. So we will see. Put some under my eyes like I'm baking, you know. Of course, I'm getting powder all over me. Okay, now I'm just gonna use my Sassy Chic brush and just kind of dust off the excess. Very nice. It is, it's very velvety. I don't know if it'll have flashback or not, like when you take a picture, but it looks really, really pretty. Very nice finish. Okay, so now we're gonna go into like contour, and I do have a contour kit. And this is the Tati Beauty. I guess it's probably a knockoff of Tati Beauty. It comes in this little container. You got like 2 different shades of like contour, dark contour, and then you have like a light contour shade. And then this is kind of like a creamy like highlighter. I don't think I'll be able to really use this one to contour or bronze, but I'm gonna use that shade right there to kind of contour and bronze. So I'm just gonna use kind of like a little brush like this and just get a bit of a kind of contour effect. And I'll probably use a little bit as like a bronzer as well. I really like the shade. It doesn't seem to be really warm, but it's really nice. The other shade seems to be a little bit cool. And that's kind of why I don't think. It's kind of like a, almost more, looks more like a taupe, and I don't think a taupe for my skin tone is gonna necessarily work, but it very well might for you if you have like a, if you're pale or if you have like a lighter skin tone or a cooler skin tone. Really nice, not an offensive contour at all. It's very pigmented. I probably did actually end up going overboard. Surprise, surprise. Now I'm gonna just kind of take a little bit onto like a bigger, fluffier brush, and then I'm gonna kind of just blot it on my table and just kind of go over my face real lightly. Just get a little bit of a bronze effect. Nothing crazy. This isn't gonna be super duper crazy. So this is how you can kind of make multi-purpose things, you know, work multi-purpose wise, you know. There we go, just a nice little bronze and contoured effect. So now we're gonna go into the light contour. I'm just gonna use my dry blender that I use for like, I do this for contour a lot. And I'm just gonna kind of cut in. So I'll usually do that, and then I'll kind of blend it with my bronzer like brush. I especially like doing this for the stage, just kind of gives me a little bit more contour. There we go, just a little bit of a contour. So far, so good. After the blush, I'm gonna come back and use the highlight part of that. But we're gonna move on to blush. I thought this was very, very pretty. I loved the shade. It's swatched absolutely gorgeously stunning, like so creamy, so pigmented. This is the NVXKISS. This is the packaging, and it's like this little flower bronzer, and I don't know the shade, but it's kind of like a coral. And I'm just gonna use this kind of fluffy brush here and go in, and I'm gonna go in with a light hand, because look at that. Because I know me. Y'all, that is like the least splotchy blush I think I've like ever used. Look at that result. It just like, it really does like look like it's coming from like the inside out. And it really didn't have any fallout in the pan. Just creamy, just like to be a powder product, just super duper creamy. Again, I will have final thoughts at the end, but look at that. That is so gorgeous. Like up close on the skin, it just doesn't even look like it's sitting on top of the skin. Absolutely stunning. So I'm gonna go back into that highlight now, because that's kind of like one of those cream products. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into my damp blender, and I'm gonna just kind of find like a clean side. And I'm just gonna dip into it. I don't know if that's the best thing to do or if it's to put some on my finger. Oh yeah, no, there we go. That's really, really nice. Doesn't seem like you're getting any product on your blender, but you are. that? I think I went a little overboard on this side. That is a gorgeous effect. Very nice multi-use little palette. Contour, blush, highlight. I think I had a Dollar Divas say in a pinch, like an eyeshadow. I might use that on my brow bone, the light color when I go back into my eyes. And then of course you get that shimmery shade right there. So very nice multifunctional product. So now I'm gonna go back to the eyes, and I'm gonna start by going into that like highlight, the light contour shade, and pop that right there under my brow bone, just for a little bit of a highlight. That is beautiful. That's like the perfect thing for that. Like, that's like the perfect shade for that. Just brightens up under that brow bone. It's a very creamy texture. Like, it's just a very smooth powder. Super happy with that as a under the brow bone highlight. So now we're gonna go back and I'm gonna try to like line my waterline with the pencil. And this is gonna be kind of where the rubber hits the road, because the waterline is the least forgiving place, I feel, on the face to put makeup, for sure. Really did a very good job. I would say somewhere between LA Colors and Ioni. Very, very, very pleased. Like I said, the quality is somewhere between Ioni and LA Colors, so really very, very good. Okay, so now I really want to like go into this glitter shade, and I'm kind of wondering, let's see, I might smoke out under my eyes real quick first. Okay, so to smoke out under my eye, I may go into that shade right there in the corner. It's a little shimmery, it's a little purpley, a little mauvey. My brush is a little damp because I did clean it. And if I'm being honestly, like, I never clean my brushes right after I film, so I'm always cleaning them like while I'm filming. So honestly, they're always gonna be a little damp, my brushes. There we go, that's just enough, just a little something, you know? So now I think I'm just gonna use my finger. I have like a glitter brush, like a brush that you put like glitters and stuff on, but it's at work. So I think actually I might use like a little small tapered brush if I can find one. So yeah, I'm just gonna use one of these like little brushes like this here, and I'm gonna take some of that glitter, and I think I'm just gonna maybe try to put it on my inner corner and see how it does. And just take it from there, maybe even bring it up and around, who knows. Very, very pretty. I may not be able to help, but I might even want to put like a little bit of this on my lid too, because it's so pretty. So like as far as like glitter eyeshadows, in my experience, Hard Candy, of the ones that I've tried, Hard Candy and Profusion make the best. Wet n Wilds are not good at all, but this one's really very good. See, that's really pretty. I'm not gonna be able to help it. I'm gonna have to put a little bit up on my lid. Y'all, that is so gorgeous. I think it's even prettier in person than on camera. Sometimes things are just that way. You can use your finger. It did really well with the brush. Y'all, look at that. That is gorgeous. I'm such a sucker for like glitter. That is so, so beautiful. Loving it. So the eyes are done, so I'm gonna now go to lips, and unfortunately this look is just gonna be really, really extra because I really don't need any more lip products more than anything, any kind of makeup. So if I do buy one, I'm gonna generally, if I have a choice in colors, I'm gonna buy red because I know I'll use red in work for the stage. So I bought red. So we're gonna be doing red lipstick with this look. So it's just the way it is. So this is the same brand as the mascara, and it's just this liquid matte lipstick. The packaging's really kind of cool. It says 14 on there. So I don't know if that shade's 14, but it's just really a very red lipstick. So we're just gonna kind of see. It's swatched really nice. It's going on really smooth. Oh, it's bright. That's a gorgeous red. Has a very light smell and taste. That's really beautiful. Especially like, actually I really don't hate it with this makeup look. I would wear this look on stage. Like, this is not something too far from what I would wear on stage. I'm gonna bring this lipstick to work tonight and try it out. it feels like the wear time would really be pretty good. And to me, I judge wear time by like doing 2 shows and drinking from water bottles and sipping on my tea and sometimes I have the microphone right up to my lips and there'll be lipstick on my microphone. And when I actually still have lipstick on my lips when I'm done with a show, I know what I'm wearing is pretty good, and a lot of Dollar Tree stuff has worked really well, like as far as like liquid lipsticks and stuff. So I might be trying this tonight. So now we're gonna do a quick rundown of all the products and I'm gonna let you know my thoughts. Okay, so there were no fails. That is one thing I can say for sure. And I would say the most standout products are the foundation, the eyebrow pencil, the lipstick, and the blush. Mainly, I have 0 complaints in any way, shape, or form about them. I thought this color was gonna be too light. It's actually perfectly fine. I could probably also do a shade darker, but it's perfectly fine. The blush is absolutely maybe the best, but maybe if I had to pick 2 of the best, it would be the eyebrow and the blush. The eyebrow pencil, I love. Absolutely love it. I may like it better than some of the stuff from the Dollar Tree just because I really like the shade. It's dark, but not too dark, you know what I'm saying? It was just very easy to control. I think you could get it even darker if you wanted to. So these, and then the blush just went on like silk. There's a lot of really great blushes from the Dollar Tree, but I would say that this may have gone on smoother than anything I've tried. So these are 2 really standout products that I think are just blown away. The lipstick, love this shade. It's really smooth. My lips are particularly dry right now. They don't look or feel dry. It seems pretty transfer proof. Look at that. Which is really great, which means it's probably gonna last a pretty good while. So yeah, it really seems to be a great product. And yeah, the foundation, like I said, I very pleasantly surprised. It seems to be a full coverage foundation, but if you're afraid of full coverage, you can go with a light hand and it's not scary, or you can make it super full coverage. Love the packaging. Love the packaging of all of these things. So those things are like, so far, like first impressions, like A+. The powder contour kit and the eyeliner are next. Like I said, I think the eyeliner, it's retractable, it's a gel pencil. It's somewhere between an Ionian and LA Colors. So a really nice eyeliner for the money. It went in my waterline effortlessly. It made a nice wing. So really like it. A great solid eyeliner. As well as the little contour kit. I was able to get a nice highlight. I was able to use this to contour my jawline as well as under my brow bone. And I was able to use that as a nice contour and a highlight. Really nice shade. Not too warm, just a really nice bronzer and contour shade. This one here I don't really have any use for personally, but it doesn't mean you don't. So just a really nice little kit. Love the packaging. Really nice multi-purpose thing. And then the powder, like I said, I don't know if there's any flashback, but it is velvety smooth. I do have a really nice blurred effect. The packaging's real nice. It just feels very high-end. It looks really high-end. It looks like something you paid a lot of money for, you know? So yeah, very pleased with the powder. And like I said, there were no fails. These are just probably the least standout, but they're still great. I love the lashes. I did trim them. Not terrible to put on. Are they my favorite eyelashes? No. I still love Ioni or LA Colors better, and of course like your Ardells and stuff like that, which I still do love. But as far as like bargain brands, I still would probably stick to an Ardell or an LA Colors, Jewel Eyes, or Dermatolash, but really nice. But they do look really nice, and I thought they might give me a little bit of a harder time than they did. But I did get them on, and they do look really pretty. And the style is kind of different than anything I've tried, so I really like the style. The eyeshadow palette, the mattes weren't super duper pigmented, but I also know that's not always what people want. But the shimmer and the glitter, I mean, are honestly probably worth the money that I paid for it. I would actually buy some of the other colors just for those kind of parts of the palette. But I did get a look. It was pigmented enough where I was able to build it up and get this really gorgeous eyeshadow look. So no complaints there. The concealer, very nice. It's covering up my dark circles really well. I like it better than the Be Pure Hydrating. Definitely, if they had something like this in the Dollar Tree, we would be like set for life. I think it's better than anything I've tried at the Dollar Tree, to be honest. I wish I got the slightly lighter shade, but honestly, I think the darker shade actually probably did me better than a lighter shade because I have a light powder that I can lighten it up with, and I've got a lighter foundation. So really, if they sold something like this in the Dollar Tree, we would be set. And then the mascara, better than most things that I find at the Dollar Tree, but probably, but I still feel like I like my Be Pure Hydrating Mascara just a little bit better. Then again, it is a lengthening mascara. It's not a volumizing mascara too. So it did seem to lengthen my lashes. It didn't really make them super thick, but it did lengthen them. So I'd be curious to try like another mascara from Shein, but this one here seems like it's meant to be a dupe for the Falsies by Maybelline. So it did lengthen my lashes. Yeah, so I have really, again, no complaints. So hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. And like I said earlier in the video, make sure you go down and check the description box and binge watch some of my other content if this is your type of thing. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.